So recently, President Trump said about Joe Biden something along the lines of, don't elect this guy, he's going to listen to the scientists. And Biden responded on Twitter, trolling. He said, yes. Like, obviously I would do that. That's a good thing. Well, Dave Rubin chimed in. Now, I'm sure all of you are familiar with Dave Rubin. His political evolution has been something to behold. He went from, like, TYT hosts, lefty, to, you know, centristy guy who's like, I'm above the fray, bro. I'm just about ideas and whatnot, to, like, libertarian leaning. And then now I think he's on the Blaze Network, and he's just the most banal, stale, predictable, down-the-line right-wing pundit. Like, he wants to be like a Ben Shapiro, but he doesn't have the ability. So anyway, here's Dave Rubin weighing in on this debate about science. This is legendary.
Well, if we're going to say trust the scientists, which is a silly notion, right? You know, there's a lot of evil scientists out there. There's a lot of bad guy scientists out there. Have you ever seen a science fiction movie? I mean, not every scientist is right about everything. And by the way, you know what happens in science? You're not going to believe this, guys. There are often discoveries that then get debunked by things after that as we get finer instruments and more information and the rest of it. Science is often in the business of debunking science. That's the beautiful thing, you know?
Science, debunking science, is a point for science. That means it's self-correcting, and that means it's a very good thing to follow the science. That's the first point. The second point is, he really said, you gonna follow the science? That's a silly notion. There's a lot of evil scientists in the movies. Have you ever seen a science fiction movie? Bro, stop embarrassing yourself. It's hard to watch. Don't do this. Don't do this. This is like when he was on Rogan's podcast, and Rogan wasn't even trying to school Rubin, and he ended up schooling Rubin on regulation, where he was acting like, Rubin was like, I love the concept of, like, getting the government out, bro, because that's probably, like, a good thing, because then they'll probably do a better job, even, like, building buildings and stuff. And Rogan was like, you need regulation to make sure they don't cut corners, and they keep the buildings safe. You don't want to put, like, a water line next to electric or anything like that. You don't want to do that. And he's like, but I like the concept of getting the government out. And then the famous line, oh my God, the famous line where he was trying to go after the United States Postal Service and say, like, the private market does better, bro. That's why when I ordered live chickens, I got it from the USPS. And Rogan was like, that's the government. The United States Postal Service, that's the government you got the chickens from. He's like, and I bet if they didn't deliver it, then private company would pick up the slack. Come on, man, you can't, like, you have to become a better propagandist. Because this is your face planting on the regular, dog. He really argued following the science is silly because there are evil scientists in, like, science fiction movies and stuff. By the way, prediction, at some point he will say, I don't know when, but at some point he'll probably make the argument, I was joking and you guys were fucking taking me seriously? A lot of bad faith smear merchants out there. Bad faith. He's going to say it. He's going to say it. He's going to say it at some point. He's going to say, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about, dog. I don't even know what you're talking about. I was joking. No, you weren't. That's actually what came to your mind, to try to back up Trump's point and go after Biden because now he's just the most obvious partisan hack in the world. A lot of evil scientists, man. What, are you going to disregard that? You're going to disregard the sci-fi movies? Pfft, ridiculous. Oh my God. There you have it, Dave Rubin. I mean, he's got people who listen to him. He does. How much longer will they listen to him for? I'm going to guess there will be a slow but steady decline, because even if you generally like the guy, stuff like this is just... At some point, even you start feeling embarrassed for ever liking him.